Rejects.
Welcome back to the Hideout. We are the usual rejects. My name is Neco, aka Prince Productions. And of course, this is a show. Oh,
Wait,
damn.
Oh. Wait, hold on. I forgot to.
Oh.
You forgot to unmute Neco?
No, unmute us, dummy.
Oh.
Oh my god, you gotta step in.
He's Christian Eve, he's entertainment. Because whenever I had to mute it because of the thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
It is what it is.
Whatever.
But yes, we are live. We are live, y'all. We are live. By the time this gets onto the main channel, this won't be live anymore. But yes, we are live. And of course, this is a show where we're talking about film and TV news every single week. As per usual, there will be timestamps down below when you're watching this recorded. But this week, we've got a lot going on. We are talking Mission Impossible. We are talking about Lilo and Stitch. We are talking about Andor Season 2. And of course, we are talking about the It prequel series, Welcome to Derry. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, first of all, on to quick fire news. Obviously, this week, there's been a lot of releases going on, but we also have a lot of casting updates. So, we've got new casting updates for Avatar The Last Airbender Season 2 and 3. Madison Ho has been cast as Faye. Deechin Lackman has been cast as Yang Chen. Dali Lee Leon as Lo. Lily and Lily Gao as Ursa. Terry Chen as Jung Jeong. John Briones as Piando. Tantu Cardinal as Hama. And of course, we also have some casting updates for the new Hunger Games movie. Elle Fanning has been cast as Effie. Trinket, finally. And of course, Kieran McCulkey has been cast as the game host, Foo Boy.
Hey.
Oh.
So,
on top of that, an animated Clash of the Clans series is in the works at Netflix. And finally, David Cornsweet has recently come on and has talked about how his dream role is to play a Jedi in a Star Wars movie. What do you guys think overall?
I think this man as a Jedi will go hard.
what do we think? I think
Bro.
I see him as a Padawan.
A Padawan?
Yeah. At
Nice.
first,
A Padawan.
Padawan first, then he gets murked by Anakin.
Wait, but like what era? We talking prequels?
Well, that's what we don't know.
Ooh.
So we don't know.
What would you put him as? What era? Original trilogy?
Bro, fuck it. Throw him in the new Rey movie. That's what I'm saying. Why not?
Let's see.
Why not?
I want to see this thing. What's it called? Gives us the chat.
Oh yeah.
No, this is.
Oh, we can see chat. Oh, chat.
We're live.
Yo, chat.
I don't see the chat.
Chat.
Yo, chat.
Chat, what we saying, chat?
Where's the chat at?
Yeah, how do we...
That's
last
not-
Chat, what we
couldn't
saying
see
here?
No, we couldn't see the control for chat. So,
Yo, chat, what do you think of Cornsweet being a Jedi?
is that something I have to add in later on, or do I have to? I don't know.
Possibly.
Chat, what we saying, chat?
Well, the only
Chat,
way we can check.
I'm
chat
looking at the
is
live-
Like,
Guys, we have somebody in the chat. We have somebody in the chat.
Wait, actually?
Can you actually look at the chat on your side?
Yeah,
Oh, let's see.
I'm looking at it on my phone.
Okay,
Oh,
you tell us the
sorry.
chat. You tell us the chat.
What's chat?
What's
What's chat saying?
All right, what's up? What's up? We got W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Yeah, chat. What we saying? W's. Chat. What we saying? W's. Big W's or no?
Cornsweet as Jedi. What would his Jedi?
Cornsweet
name
a Jedi. Cornsweet.
Corn sweat.
Master Cornsweet.
Cornsweet.
There's too many of them. What are we gonna do?
But yeah, moving on to that, we in terms of trailers this week, we only have one major trailer. That's right, we have finally gotten our first trailer for the It prequel series, It Welcome to Derry. What do you guys think of this?
I freaking loved it, man.
Oh, we got another one.
I loved it so freaking much.
Yep.
I don't think there's gonna be that much Pennywise, or else they would have done more marketing around it. But honestly, that's fine. As long as they get creative with what entities it takes shape, I'm gonna just be very happy. As long as Pennywise is in it once an episode, I will be very happy. There's so much lore in like the book that really does like, go like decades before like the main events of like the story.
Before his death, technically.
Yeah, like there's a lot of like history to Derry. There's things that connect to The Shining, like character from The Shining pops up, and there's like so many.
Do you think they're gonna tie it to other Stephen King books, or just keep it
Maybe The Shining, like just on the basic
Mhm.
level of like the ability of The Shining, or Ka is another thing that's called,
Ka.
or Ka Tet. But I think if they don't connect it to other stuff, that's fine. But there is definitely like a rich lore to Derry that you get in the book, where like it feels like a real fleshed out place. Like they go
Mhm.
deep into like the way it was a beaver trapping town, or it was like along a river, so they would use it to they would do a lot of timber
To catch, yeah,
and then they would do beaver hunting. So that's a lot of Derry's, like, what was it called?
like their lore.
Yeah, that was like their industry. That's how like they were making like timber settlements at the time. But yeah, there's a lot of rich stuff they could do with that. So the trailer looked really good. I'm glad that they went back to like the actual locations where they shot the movies. I'm
Oh, that's good.
It looks good. It looks good. It looks so good. Did you see it, Kev?
That's
Not
fire.
yet. I didn't know they were even came out. If someone actually, if you told me that, I would have been instantly been like, yo, let me go see that shit. Honestly, how you said something about like they're not gonna show that much Pennywise, I can think of it in a certain way of like him doing things that's Pennywise, but they don't know it's Pennywise yet, because you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like they just
Yeah,
they
he's
just
he's disguised. Yeah,
he's disguised still. You know what I mean? Like they don't know who the fuck this motherfucker is. You know what I mean?
He's a little silly.
it's exciting.
Did you see it?
He's just a little silly foo. Yeah, I saw a trailer. I liked it a lot. I'm excited for it. I'll watch it once I watch it chapter 2.
All the way through this time. He fell
All the way
asleep. We were
through.
watching it on Discord one time, and then he fell asleep.
Dude, this is years
This was
ago.
Years ago.
Who?
Years
Um,
ago, they tried to.
Me.
Oh,
Years
he
ago,
he
tried
fell
They
asleep
try to get
on
me.
it?
Yeah, cause I mean it's a long movie.
Yeah, I fell asleep.
It's a long movie. We decided to watch it at like 10 o'clock at night, and he just passed out.
Man.
Yeah.
And then he watched the first one on a plane.
That's right.
Bro, he probably
That's
was like pooping in his pants in midway, going like, I'm in the air, I'm like thousands of miles up in the air, and I'm watching a scary movie, bro. What would be scarier, watching a movie about a Pennywise clown, or
I'm watching a movie about. No, we're not gonna say that.
say what? I know you
All
can't
right.
say it.
So the Phoenician scheme, isn't that
You gotta
right?
say it now.
What
Yeah,
about
so
him?
moving on into
What
moving
was
on
that?
from that. Moving on from that, Kevin. We also got our first Rotten Tomato score for Wes Anderson's The Phoenician Scheme, which recently premiered, and it's divisive to say the least. Let me pull up some of the numbers. Some people like it, some people don't. It's sitting at like a 76 on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm gonna
That
like
Godfather vibe.
verify that.
Here, let's see.
It's sitting on a 79. But honestly, like the main thing I'm hearing about this film is that, like, you know, obviously Wes Anderson's style is his style, but like the film really just is kind of like whatever. The biggest positive I'm hearing from the film is the fact that what's his face is in it. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Michael Cera's in it. I feel like Michael Cera should have been casted in a Wes Anderson film a long time ago. I feel like those two mesh very well. But yeah, it's just just a kind of a whatever movie. I don't know. I like Wes Anderson. I like him a lot, but I feel like his style
It's getting
hasn't
exhausting.
evolved or grown.
That's what I'm saying. Is
No,
like,
definitely.
It's like you look at directors, like they all have style, but like you're right. Like that's the word I've been trying to find. I was like, what am I trying to say when it's when I'm talking about that? And you
How
put
is
it
it like
perfectly.
click it? Will I show the chat?
I don't know. Oh wait.
Oh.
What? Oh,
Let's show something.
No,
you can
just-
see the chat?
Let's show
no.
something else. Last time, I think there was a feature for chat up here. I just didn't see
Oh,
it.
you can do delay ads, insert ads. Oh.
But yeah, like that's the word I think I was
Mm-hmm.
trying to find, is like there's no progression, there's no evolution in his style, and it's kind of to the point where it's like it's just starting to get like not just repetitive.
it's super.
but
No, but it's been repetitive. I mean, everything about it. Like, because this is why this was like the biggest criticism with like Asteroid City, because that's when people first realized like this is the same as
all this
his
other-
last
like,
movie,
even
and
the
then he
color
made
grading
what was
is the
it?
same for all his movies. It's like, dude,
Yeah,
come up with something else.
It looks cool.
Like, is that very washed?
No,
out?
yeah. It's definitely a bit sad to see, because it's like, come on, man, you know, like, come on. I don't know. But moving on from that though, we've also gotten some news regarding the Michael Jackson biopic. Obviously, as you know, last time the film had to be delayed because the third act of the film dealt with. So it was about the kid who was involved with Michael Jackson, and like he couldn't be in the film because of a contract thing, so they had to rework the film. Well, apparently the film was going to be delayed. Also, it's now going to be split up into 2 different films.
Wait.
What?
Yeah, the first film. Yeah, the film is going to be split up into 2 different films. They have over like 3.5, 4 hours of like footage that they recorded, but the first film is expected to end with Michael Jackson leaving the Jackson 5 after the release of his first solo album. So it's going to be from his childhood to like young adulthood, releasing his first album, and the second film is about adulthood until death, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. Okay. See,
However they
I feel
were.
like it kind of could work, but kind of can't.
it's like no, on paper that's beautiful. That's a great idea. But if that's not the original intention, and this is just them reworking shit and post or like reshoots and all that, that sounds horrible.
Mhm.
That does not sound good. Ooh.
Well, I don't know because it seems like the film's already done and they're just reworking it like through editing and stuff. That's the general idea I'm getting from it. I mean, honestly, it is a bit hard to tell, but that's what I'm thinking. Let me see. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is a biopic that like most people would expect to be a biopic. I feel like this is one I'm surprised we haven't seen yet. Especially considering that his nephew's the one playing him, which is pretty interesting. But obviously there was that big screw up with the whole kid situation in the contract, right? Which was well, that's we'll see how they deal with that. Kevin, I can see you. I see what you're doing, Kevin.
Can you actually?
Yeah, of course.
I know it's noticeable. I just wanted to see.
Well, I can see. I don't know if the viewer can see, but I can see you doing that.
Do what?
Kevin, I see you moving your boobs.
The hell? Chat, help. Chat, help me.
Chat, what we?
Chat, help me.
How did you know?
Chat,
bro?
what we
Did
saying?
you just feel my aura and just
I need
feel
help,
like,
chat.
damn, bro, this guy's
Chat,
moving his
please.
boobs.
Please, chat.
Chat, what we saying? Kevin's moving his boobs. Chat, what we saying?
Oh,
Oh,
my
we say
God.
W.
Boobs.
All right, but yeah, let's move on from that. This week we've not only have we gotten the release of Mission Impossible, but right now we've gotten the release of the live-action Lilo and Stitch film, the one that, of course, nobody has been asking for. But you know what? It's making money. It's making money. So, Lilo and Stitch. Currently, it's sitting on a Rotten Tomatoes score of 68%, but plans for the sequels have already been already in the works. Okay, but now this film has released. When did this film? Let's find out. Release date? No. This film released as of this recording, well, as of this live stream last night. And let me see. Let me pull up some numbers for this film. It earned $55 million in the film's first domestic opening day. It's tracking to have one of the biggest Memorial Day box offices for this year.
Damn.
Right. And like I said, they're already like working on sequels for the film. And this is how you know the film is going to succeed, right? In terms of merchandise, it's reported that Disney made $2.6 billion from Lilo and Stitch merchandise in 2024.
What? Just this year?
Bro,
Or last year?
that's crazy.
Bro.
Children love Lilo and Stitch, bro. That's
who can't love Stitch? Stitch looks so adorable. He looks like Buddy but alienated.
Yeah, that's actually true. He buddy coded.
bro. Live action cartoon, it does not matter, bro. People are eating this up.
Well,
It's one of Disney's top 10 best-selling franchises, which is kind of crazy to think.
I'm not
Like
I'm not surprised too much about their selling point or anything Disney, because there's Disney parents that go crazy still for Disney stuff still.
Oh yeah,
So it's
we
like-
know.
so it's like-
Yeah.
I don't. It's like, yeah, it's shocking the fact that damn that's that much, but at the same time, it's like not surprised because all the Disney people, Disney adults people, just like to just go into the store and like, give me that Lilo Stitch thing. I want it.
All those grimy little Disney adults.
I need that Disney. I need that. I need it. Give me. I want that plushie.
That's Kevin's impersonation of a 47-year-old white mom.
You know somebody's a Disney adult when they got that lanyard with all the pins on them too.
It's like let me wrong. It's like, hey, you can like Disney, but don't go too crazy on the hand, dog. It's like that's like
nah, bro. They be going crazy. Nah, bro. It's weird. Weird people, bro. Hey, I'm going to Disneyland for the 20th time this year. All right, dude. Buddy, we get it.
Yeah, nah.
We get it.
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like since I've never been to Disneyland myself, I feel like I would get bored after the second time I go in there.
It's overwhelming. Look, it's like I enjoy Disneyland, but it is
I think I want to enjoy just because how expensive things are gonna be there. I hear the people can buy like a hot dog for $20 there or something like that.
Yeah, that's probably booty cheeks. I remember the last time I went there.
That big
we had beignets, I think for like $16, $15, some shit like that.
What?
Beignets, and they were like the most nothing. Like Safeway donuts taste better.
That's my worry, bro. That's my worry is that like I'm gonna go in and spend like $1,000 on like 2 things, right? Literally nothing.
The Disney walk thing was like Main Street? No, not Main Street. I don't know. Was it?
Yeah.
The place you and me went to.
I think it's the Main Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a really cool Lego store there.
That was fun. That was a nice little Lego store. But yeah, moving on from Lilo and Stitch. Let's see what else is going on.
Save the next topic for. Is it the next topic? Yeah. Should we save that one for last?
Sure. Let me move it around. Yeah, we could talk about that after Mission Impossible, just so we throw the two together.
Perfect. Good idea.
Same thing with the next one. The next one's kind of tied to the last one.
Okay.
I'm just gonna move that down for a second. Sorry.
Leo Stitch, Michael Jackson.
Okay. But next up, Phineas and Ferb, obviously a show that we have grown up with, people our age have grown up with. Show ended, but they are bringing it back with the Phineas and Ferb. What am I saying? With the Phineas and Ferb revival, man. We got to first look at the Phineas and Ferb revival series. They released the clip online, and it looks exactly like what you think it would look like.
I saw the trailer. Looks good.
Did you guys look at it?
Yeah. It looks alright. It doesn't look like they skipped a beat.
Oh, did we? Yeah. Wait, I want to see.
We're gonna talk about the other revival after this too.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. We'll talk about that first, but let's talk about Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
All right, Phineas.
What do you guys think of it?
I mean, I don't know. You know what's funny? Phineas and Ferb is kind of like a Wes Anderson thing. Like, it's really good, but then it's so fucking repetitive, and you're just like, all right, I get it. I get it. Like, Phineas and Ferb, like, I loved it as a kid, but then I remember just getting to a point where I was like, all right, I can't watch this anymore, because it's, like, literally the same formula every episode.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I like
But then the revival is kind of weird because like they already grew up and everything. Like what's they've lived their lives.
That's true. I forgot they did grow up in towards the didn't they? Yeah, didn't they grow up towards the end?
They did. So
are we just going?
I don't know.
Do you want to go back in time or like? Or are these like
the revival?
Or these are just some things before that leading event? You know what I mean?
No, I'm pretty sure this is before. I'm pretty sure this just takes place when like they're still kids and stuff.
I guess like Phinneas is still chill. I don't mind it, but it would kind of
what they doing? Oh hell, fucking nah.
What are you looking at? I gotta see this.
Hell nah. They better chill.
Yo, Christian.
They're just having a moment as adults.
They better chill out. This is a Disney production.
All
right, who is your favorite Phineas and Ferb character? And it can't be Perry because that's
none of them. All right, Ferb.
Yeah, Ferb or Baljeet?
Baljeet was the homie. Ferb, bro.
There was this dumb joke that I always remember where it's like Buford was like holding about G, and he was like, "Wow, the sidewalk's so shiny." And I just remember being as a kid, I felt validated as a kid. I was like, "Sidewalks do be shiny, and no one talks about it." Like for real.
What do you
Like,
mean by
do
that?
y'all be thinking about the
What?
sidewalk being shiny? No, exactly.
What sidewalks?
You know who was my favorite
It's just
character?
my
Dr.
autism.
Doofenshmirtz.
Oh yeah, Doofenshmirtz.
He's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie,
Doofenshmirtz
he's
is
dope. Like
the
underratedly, he is dope.
I still like the
In
headcanon
the
that like he's
afternoon.
Phineas's dad. Like they even got.
I like that idea too.
They
I was.
literally have the same haircut, bro.
Yeah, but then wouldn't it make it weird the fact that Ferb is dating his daughter?
Yeah, that would be. But you know what?
So wouldn't that be like inside?
Okay, wait, bro.
Nah, cause I mean it's weird, but technically it's not consensual. All right, enough about Phineas and Ferb.
Why do we have to
Okay,
do this? Point?
okay. We're done. There's also another revival that everyone's excited for. That's right. We finally have a first new look at the Amazing World of Gumball revival show. Oh my god.
Dude.
This looks good. This looks really good. This looks
just
very,
the
very
same
good.
almost. It's like, oh my god. Like, exactly.
Nah, dude.
This one. That one. Literally, it's like them just covered in dust, and the alarm just goes off and goes poof. And go.
Oh, this is so exciting. It's not even called The Amazing World of Gumball. Fuck, I just lost it.
The wonderful
It has a different name.
World of Gumball.
Yeah. No, this trailer's sick. This trailer actually looks so sick.
But my question here is like, are they like I forgot what grade were they in when like all this happened? Was it like?
I think it was like middle school.
So you think?
Yeah, I thought it was middle school
you think we'll
too.
like pop into like high school now, or nah? I don't think so.
Or is it like they stay the same like age?
Yeah, that's
I
another question.
I think they're maybe. I would hope that they're a little bit older, but I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if
Is
it's
it-
them at the same age because it's kind of weird. Like I don't think it's still like a kind of kids show thing, but it's like I feel like they could play with more of a T, a little bit like hitting the tip of the T of like T for teens. As well.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Because
Well, think about it.
there's
Their
a
whole
lot of
demographic,
jokes
like-
same thing with what's it called, regular show that was like, dude, it's like yeah, it's a kids show.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of what's it called?
They could definitely make them grow up. I mean, remember, like their fans are people our age, and we've all grown up, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so.
Oh.
I like their.
Were you guys a fan of
I
Gumball?
love
Yeah, I
Gumball.
love Gumball. Like it was one of my like favorite like Cartoon Network shows growing up. Probably just one of my favorite shows growing up.
When I was sad for a little bit, I was watching like just like clips and moments of them.
Oh yeah,
because-
because the show
Aw.
was very like dramatic. Like
I just like the
at
dumbest
times.
moments of just Gumball or like what's it called crap. Why am I blanking out? The fish mob.
Darwin?
Darwin, yeah. Darwin, or do you do anything dumb together, or just like something happening? Like there was one part of this, I forgot this one Rockstone dude that he literally goes like, "I hate you, Gumball," and he just shaking him, and he just doing a weird face of just like being happy. And
You
like,
were my brother, Gumball. I loved you.
there's also a lot of reference too about certain things. Didn't they do a Dragon Ball reference too?
Yeah,
Yeah, they did.
they did. They did. They reference a lot of animes in there.
Hey, you know what? That's what made it Gumball amazing though, because they didn't care about the reference. They just say, "F it, we're doing the reference." I hope
but now that-
they keep doing that. Hopefully they keep doing references still, because that will be amazing. Still, like imagine like, "Oh, bro, Skibidi toilet," and be like, "Huh? Like what is that?"
Oh, speaking of Skibidi toilet.
Well, wow, what a great segue, because we finally got I say finally, like there's actually anticipation for this. We got a first look at the Skibidi toilet movie, and this it's like a mock poster. What the fuck is this, man? Because genuinely, right? What is Skibidi toilet? Like genuinely.
All I know is it's about
Exactly.
toilets coming out of heads and then people with camera heads and then they're at war. Like, Bro, and the fact that it's Michael, like this, dude, this is like a robot chicken sketch. This isn't real.
No, dude. How did he? How did what?
All I'm
What?
gonna
Where?
say is it's gonna be the best looking
brain rot
you've ever seen.
This movie will be for like.
make everybody completely 100% brain rot.
Bro, but like I don't understand this like poster. What are they looking at?
Wait, what's the poster?
What is this? Look. Just look up Skibidi Toilet movie, and you'll see the poster. And it's like,
oh, is it this?
It's just people looking at.
Oh wait,
it's the blue.
Yeah, okay, I'm looking at it right now. Wait, yeah, what the fuck is this?
That's what I'm saying.
First look at the Skibidi Toilet movie. So that means like they're actually already filming it?
Yeah, they've been they started production.
How long ago?
I don't know when they officially started. I mean, it was reported they started like a couple days ago, but I don't know how accurate that is. That's what I'm saying. What?
And I'm like a huge fan of Michael Bay. I don't give a fuck. Like I am, but like this is dumb.
Bro,
what? Let me
get a Transformers and thing, and the next thing is like, so we want to give you a thing called Skibidi Toilet,
and now he's gonna make Peaker Cinema.
Okay. Listen to this.
Wait,
Skibidi Toilet is a dystopian series of fast-paced. Wait, no, but this.
Is that like just the regular synopsis of it, or is that like the movie's synopsis?
It features animated toilets with talking heads trying to take over the world, and camera heads or humanoids with CCTV camera heads fighting them off in an all-out war. Other odd characters appear. What? Carl, what is the story? What is the point of this? One day, a species of... Wait. What is the point of Skibidi Toilet?
I do not know.
Well,
I think
nothing.
I know what. Like, usually I'm like nerdy about some things like this, but... This is not Skibidi, but I mean like certain dumb things like this which pop out. Like, where did it come from? I don't even know where it came from.
Dude, this is the most
like
absurd thing.
To like, it's called Team Fortress 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's.
That's a game.
I get that.
That sounds so familiar.
You have it. Just click on it. You're probably gonna have to start ourselves.
Oh,
this is so weird, man.
Yeah, Team
this is so weird.
Like they give me, that's literally the vibe it's giving me.
Yeah. Well, moving on from that though, we've also gotten the first couple clips for Ballerina, a John Wick spin-off film, which have dropped online, showing Ana de Armas doing her ballerina thing, fighting around. Did you guys take a look at them? And if so, what did you think? Oh, he's opening it right now.
I mean, I guess kind of like the same thing of what we talked about last week. It's just like I am looking forward to it. I don't think it's gonna be like phenomenal, but I'm just hoping that it's okay. Or not even okay. I just hope it's good. Like I hope it's good. Like, I do hope it's good.
No, I feel like it'll be good. It'll be great. Who's directing it? Let me take I forgot.
We shall Google
Ballerina direct.
Huh.
Never mind.
Len Wiseman. What has he done? He did the Underworld movies, Total Recall, Live Free or Die Hard. Mostly Underworld. That's like
that's not good.
Underworld and yeah.
I mean, I know Chad Stilinski, the guy that like co-created John Wick. He what's it called? He came in to reshoot a lot of the action scenes.
Oh shoot! Damn, dude.
Some class action.
Yeah, you know how I feel like.
That is. Those are the ones.
I feel like this is like a burger thing. It's like it's like if you get a free burger, it'll taste good, but we pay for it. Not really.
Yeah, like if we snuck in to see this, that was a good time. If we pay $20 to see it in IMAX, I'm gonna kill myself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I still don't think it's gonna.
But it's alright though. It's alright though.
It's alright though. It would be like a decent burger you bought from Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box still tastes better than. You know what? What's a burger place that's like kind of sucky, but like semi sucky but not fully sucky?
Burger King. Even because like
Burger King.
Yeah, you're right, Burger King.
The reason it tasted so good was because it was so cheap, and now it's like stupid expensive.
Not cheap.
It's not cheap no more.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
This is why In-N-Out stays winning.
That is true, and it's actually good.
And it's actually good. That's exactly it. In-N-Out's actually good.
Oh my God.
We're definitely from California, dude. Okay, but moving on from that, I'm skipping the next topic. We're gonna go. This is irrelevant. We have finally made it to the release of the second film, biggest film that's coming out this week. That's right, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, which is movie. Fucking what movie is it? It's like number 12 or something. I don't know. It's it's absurd.
This is the 8th one.
It's absurd. This is only 8. You gotta be kidding me. How is there not more? Well,
I feel like you're being sarcastic right now.
No, because this film, like, bro, dude, this film earned $24.8 million in its first domestic opening day. It's the biggest opening for the franchise. How? I refuse to understand how this film is as popular as it is.
Wait, you don't like the Mission Impossible movies?
I don't get the hype.
I think
it's the same.
The action scenes are like done for real. Like
yeah, but it's the same. But it's like, bro, what? But it's also like I've seen like 2 or 3 of them, and I'm like, okay, this is cool, that was fun. But after 8, I'd be like, all right, buddy, chill. You know what I mean? Tom Cruise, bro, go to your retirement, bro. Just go chill for a bit, like, cause like, bro, I don't know. It's like the same issue I have with like the Fast and Furious movies, where it's just like you get to a point where it's just like, come on, we've seen it all, man. Like, calm down, or like, I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I'm not the biggest, like, I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I love the Mission Impossible. I do not like the first 2. I don't think it's a hot take to say that the second one's bad, but it's definitely a hot take to say the first one is. I think that movie is so underwhelming and like bland. Like,
you're bland.
It's a very nothing
You're
movie.
bland.
I remember it took me 4 or 5 times to try to get through that movie.
Really?
I had it on VHS, and I would put it in, and I would sit there for 20 minutes and be like, fucking hell, this is so...
I probably forget about it and being like, what was I watching again?
The ending was kind of cool, the train scene. But anyways, the, like, 3 is really fun. And, like, I just feel like they got better and better with each one up until the last one. I don't, it's not a bad movie. The last one was not bad. But I definitely think the one before that is better. Fallout is fucking crazy.
That was good. That was decent.
Yeah,
but how are you gonna feel at the fact that this film has a budget of $400 million?
Huh?
Yeah. 400.
I think the last one made 500. I think. Hold up, let's find out.
Bro, it got beat out in the first day by Lilo and Stitch, bro. His is not making his.
Like,
let me see. What did Dead Reckoning have a budget of?
That was like 300. I think more.
Jesus, Dead Reckoning. 200. Yeah, 300.
And it made.
Oh my goodness.
571. Which, if it didn't have a budget of $300 million, that would have been pretty damn good. And also, they chose to release it during the worst time ever. It was sandwiched between Oppenheimer and like something else.
No, because it thought it could beat Oppenheimer.
Yeah, well,
it literally thought.
Well, if
it's Oppenheimer, Barbie.
It's trying to go against a what's it called?
A Christopher Nolan
movie.
You ain't gonna win.
You ain't gonna win, dog.
That's what happened to Hellboy too.
That's right.
The reason no one watched it was because it came out, I think a week before or a week after The Dark Knight, and it was like, dude, come on, like. That movie could have made way more money if they just held off on the release date. And we could have gotten that third one with Del Toro and Perlman. So.
Yeah. That Tom Cruise, man.
Tommy boy.
I feel like he's tired at this point of doing it. He's just there for the money now.
Nah.
He says he's not. He is not tired. He says he wants... That fool's cracked, bro. He's crazy.
Look at
he's
this
insane.
fucking face, bro. Is that the face of someone that's gonna stop? He already.
No,
That's-
give me that one.
Is that the face of somebody who's tired?
Which one? This one?
No.
Is that-
up?
That one?
No, this one.
Does that look like somebody who's tired?
That looks like a demonic possession. That one.
I don't care, but that doesn't look like
That
he's
bro
gonna-
on Xanax in this still.
Does that look like somebody who's tired,
I
Kevin?
would be tired on like the 8th set, like kind of like if it gets
Alright.
8 sets in and the same thing as almost as Fast and Furious, dude. I would be tired. I'll be like, a trilogy is nice to be in,
I know,
but
damn, 8.
But 8, I'm like, brother, we're not in a freaking TV show, dog.
Wait, Kevin, you already know what I gotta do.
Yeah.
Pick his nose. Give him his book. Dude, he like this is probably Tom Cruise's face after Barbenheimer like destroyed what Dead Reckoning.
The last one.
That movie was really good though. It really was. I'm so excited for this one. I know that like a lot of people say the first hour is booty cheeks, but when you sit through it. Also, why does this last one have to be 3 hours? Like there's just movies that like just because they're in conclusion doesn't mean they need to be 3 hours long. Like Endgame does not feel like a 3 hour long movie. Like the pacing of that
No.
They're
so
just
fast.
dick riding on the freaking Endgame thing.
Like honestly, it's like
Bro, speak.
Same thing with the part 1, part 2 thing. It's like not every franchise needs a part 1, part 2.
Well, you might keep on dick riding because speaking of Marvel, we have gotten a lot of news recently about Marvel. There's been a couple leaks, but mainly the fact that Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars have officially been delayed. The new release dates for this movies are Doomsday is coming out December 18th, 2026, and Avengers Secret Wars 17th of December 2027. The reason they have been delayed is because they claim that they want this. Obviously, they want these films to be very big and gargantuan, and they say that they need more time to execute their vision. Which it's like that makes sense, but who would have thought, man? Who would have fucking thought?
It's like they're kind of doing. It's like every time I think they've learned from their mistakes, they just do the same mistakes again. Like they still haven't fully signed everyone, and they're just going into production.
Yeah.
It's like okay, well, it's like
No, I mean it's gonna be messy either way because now Doomsday and Dune Messiah are coming out the same day.
well, I mean obviously,
Yeah.
Doom Messiah has no fucking chance against that. But like still like don't do
Bro,
that. Like
I mean,
like
Florence Pugh's gonna have one hell of a
dude,
weekend.
she is. I'm proud of her. Let's go Florence.
Good, but yeah, no, that's I know it. Dude, shitty day. Yeah, I mean, on top of that though, there's been a couple plot leaks. So, as we know, by the end of Thunderbolts, right, it kind of seems like Sam and Bucky are going to be pitted against each other, right? And it seems like Sam already has his own team of Avengers that he's forming off screen. And it's reported that it's going to include Captain Marvel, Hulk, Shang-Chi, and Wong. And some other sources also include She-Hulk, but those are like the main ones. And on top of that, there's also a big rumor that this is most likely Secret Wars, though. They're going to introduce their own multiversal Illuminati team consisting of Reed Richards, Doctor Strange, Professor X, Beast, and Miguel O'Hara. So
Interesting. I think it would be cool if they were to do. I highly doubt that they're actually going to do the Spider-Man 2099. But if they were to do that, it would be cool if it was like the animated version and like they keep it animated.
that's the first thing I thought. It would be interesting. I mean,
They can get
multiversal.
Oscar Isaac to do mocap for it.
Yeah, but I mean, knowing them, they would just. I feel like they would just get Oscar Isaac in costume.
That's true, they could. Oscar
Yeah, I mean, this
might be
is
a little too
interesting.
short for that. No offense. I mean, I shouldn't be talking, but.
I was gonna say he's a little too old for it.
I really want to see someone dressed up as 2099, bro. I kind of want to see who can
Who can get that Dorito back?
Yeah, dude.
I got you.
You got it?
I got you. I'll put it on right now.
Get it right
Huh?
now. Get naked right now. Live stream.
Oh,
Let's get this bitch demonetized.
I have to.
All right.
Any other interesting
What do you guys think,
updates
though?
with that? Oh, just thinking about it? I don't know. Like, it's kind of just what
Mhm.
I thought earlier. It's just like they got a...
There's too much flavor on the rib. There's too much salt on the rib.
There's a lot going on. These films are going to be very,
It's
very,
like
very
the
packed.
meat will taste good, but the seasoning is just gonna take it over. I mean, like, dude,
Like, damn, that shit. Ooh.
that shit is gonna be like,
Damn.
I don't know what to do anymore, dog.
My theory is Doomsday is gonna be like divisive. Like most people probably won't like it, but then you're gonna have like some people that are like defending it, being like, "Oh, it was good." And then Secret.
I mean, there always
Wars-
will be.
Yeah, and then Secret Wars will probably be like, "Oh, that one was good," but like, it's still gonna have like a lot of problems. And people are just gonna like it. Because I don't think Doomsday is gonna have like the amount of cameos that like people are expecting compared to like Secret Wars, and people are gonna be like, ah, because like we've seen it with like other movies where it's just like they're filled with cameos, and people are like, this is the greatest thing that's ever been made, and it just immediately like wipes away all the flaws of the movie, and like the flaws of Doomsday will be way more apparent because of that, and then Secret Wars, like it'll kind of like more the stuff that they want, that people want, they're kind of be more like blinded by it. They're gonna like, oh, but Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think that's a valid fear. I think that's kind of what, for me, like as much as I like Deadpool and Wolverine, that was the biggest issue with it, is that the plot itself was a little bit thin in comparison to like what they try to pack in terms of like cameos and things like that, right? And obviously we saw this this same issue with what's it called, with No Way Home. But the thing is, like, it doesn't have to be all bad, because like, for example, like Across the Spider-Verse is a good example of a film that in itself is already a great film, plus it has those cameos and things like that people enjoy and are good, right? So it's like, you know, it can work. And I don't know, I think what gave me a little bit more hope was the concept art we got a couple weeks ago, because I feel like there's an interesting opportunity here in the sense that, like, if they do go with like a battle world approach, right, you could just throw in a bunch of characters, and you could even do the thing from the comics where it's like, oh, they don't know their actual identity, so their cameos is obviously just for the fans, but they could service the story, whatever the story needs them to do, right? I don't know, and I wonder if they're gonna go with the approach, because I know we used to get this a lot with older Marvel movies where, like, you know, they were the films that you could go in like without having watched anything, and like you could still understand it, right?
Thunderbolts.
And like Thunderbolts, right? Like Thunderbolts, like you don't need to know anything about this. Like obviously it's cool if you have already seen the shows and the other movies, but you don't have to. And you know, this is like the biggest criticism with movies like Doctor Strange into the multiverse, into the Multiverse of Madness, is that like you would have had to have watched WandaVision, because if the last thing you saw was Endgame, you're like, what happened to her, right? Exactly. Why do we care about her looking for her kids, right? And
that's
Fuck them kids.
That's
Shouldn't have
crazy.
died to begin with,
It's so-
stupid asses.
and so
That's
I get
crazy.
like I get Doomsday's like another like team up film, but I wonder if, but they also have to introduce Doom as a character, right?
Yeah.
There hasn't, right? So you know, they're in an interesting spot where like,
Zero setup, except for like, which,
Yeah.
and we already know this is going to be a multiverse version. It's not going to be a version.
Of course.
He's
from
not even
the
gonna be
MCU.
green. He's gonna be blue.
He's just like, he might be white.
the Blue Doom.
Oh, like
He might be. I mean, I don't mind the white. I don't mind the white.
Isn't the white Doom supposed to be like
I'd like the white.
powerful?
Yeah, he's God Emperor Doom.
Yeah,
But
he probably will be God Emperor Doom.
yeah, except for like the most likely seeing Latveria and Moon Knight, there's been like no setup for Doom. It's just like,
Yeah, but
Okay, good.
that's why I said, like, I wonder if they're gonna do the thing where like he shows up in the film, and obviously he's gonna have this crazy amazing entrance, right? As we like, you know, but like, is it gonna be a thing where like we're supposed to already know like this is Doctor Doom, or is it like, here's Doctor Doom, here's what he's about, here's what happened to him, you know? Because I would think in my head, the way I would think about it is like they do kind of what they did with Kang and Ant-Man Quantumania, where like it kind of served as like a soft origin for him,
yeah.
right? Throughout the film, we see his origin and why he is the way he is. I'm assuming they might do something similar to that. I don't know. It's definitely interesting for sure, to say the least. You know.
Yeah. How much you bet they're gonna do that thing from the comics? Hold on, let me pull it up on the thing.
What thing?
Where he like kills Thanos. And
Oh, yeah, that was another thing I kind of forgot to report. it's reported that Josh Brolin's gonna make a small cameo as Thanos.
Dude, like, what was it called?
Yeah, where he
And
like,
then he
like holds him.
he whispers in his ear, "I hate you 3000," and then just obliterates him. Aww.
They might do something like that.
If they don't have a Dr.
Thanos.
Doom twerking scene.
But you know what the Doctor Doom has to cook though. If he's coming into the Marvel universe, he has to cook.
Let's find out. Hold
He
up.
has to. Cook. Like he has to have the dopest entrance,
Is Dr.
the dopest attacks.
Hold up. Canonically, I completely misspelled that. A good cook. Oh,
He probably is a good.
motherfucker whipping it the fuck up. Oh snap!
Oh, he's a genius, bro. Of course he can cook.
What the hell? Look at this boy. All right, let's see what Google.
He can definitely cook.
Say. While
Can
Dr.
definitely
Doom,
cook.
also known as Victor Von Doom, is renowned for his genius-level intellect, mastery of science,
Not the
and
AI
sorcery,
overview.
and indomitable will. There's no evidence or indication in Marvel Comics that suggests he possesses any notable cooking skills or culinary expertise. Why you gotta take him down like that, Google AI? I literally look at this.
Not
I'm
the AI
literally seeing
overview.
him whip up a feast right now. What you talking about? Look at that. The fuck is that?
Bro, can you just say
What's your ass
I'm
talking?
gonna zap a pork and that shit
This
is
fool
gonna
just
be.
made a fucking. I don't know. That shit look like it's straight out of Star Wars. What the fuck is that?
All right, y'all ready to move on to the last thing?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Well, as you know, Andor season 2 is officially over. We briefly talked about it, but I think it's important that the three of us together have a nice little chat about Andor. Right? We've got a couple series updates. We'll talk about the show, the ending. First of all, right, K2SO in the film, his origin has been retconned. If you didn't know, there was already a comic describing him and Cassian's origin, how they met, right, how they got involved together. But Tony Gilroy kind of just said, I don't really care. Who it doesn't matter. Does it really make a difference? No, not really. Not particularly. Yeah, I mean, on top of that, right, Tony Gilroy's just been on a spree talking about the film. Obviously, the show. Everybody's loving the show. Everybody loves what the show has done, right? Some moments of foreshadow in the show. There's a line in the first episode where somebody, a bartender, looks at Cassian and goes, "You pay at the end," and obviously, we know what happened to him in Rogue One. But Andor, what do you guys think? Like,
I mean, I loved it. I mean, I was telling you, like, what was it the other day though? Like when it was just us, I was just like, bro, the first arc in season 2 was so bad though. Like I hated it.
Damn.
Because it was not enough story for 3 episodes. Like it was enough for just one, and like they just stretched it out. Like it was just so tedious to sit through that first arc. But then after that, the rest of the show, like, just boom, 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 boom. First season I think is stronger than season 2 in my opinion. But like, I feel like it's more intense the last half of season 2 than anything that we got in season 1. But I definitely think there was a better structure and flow to the first season than season 2 overall.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like season 1 was definitely more of a traditional show, right? It had a lot slower buildup. And I do feel like there was moments that were a little too slow, because I remember thinking, like, towards the end of the season, especially when we were, like, in the whole prison arc stuff, like, thinking, like, how are we going to go from this to Cassian in Rogue One in the span of one season?
Yeah.
But then they handled it pretty well by doing, like, the arcs that time, like, that jump over the different years. No, I liked it. I think the ending was phenomenal, right? It was a beautiful send off to these characters. And I don't know. I love the fact that this film ends with the start of Rogue One, because obviously we as an audience know what happens to these characters, the importance of them. And it is sad that, like, these characters, right, never do get brought up, like, by anyone else, because but that was also, like, the whole point of them, right? They're going to see a sun, they're making way for a sunrise that they'll never get to see, right? But even so, like, there's, they have their moments, right? Bix, that final scene with her and Andor's kid was really something beautiful, in my opinion, right? Because she knew what she was doing, right? She knew that, like, what she was doing by leaving Andor, right? She made him choose the rebellion, because if not, they would have ran away together, right? And who knows what would happen with the Empire, the Death Star, all of that, right? And Jesus, the subject matter too, like the subject matter that this film touches is
like, I mean, like
crazy.
The whole thing with Bix and like was it the second arc? Yeah, that was just crazy. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was like shocked that like a Star Wars property went for it, and I think they handled it really well. I think they did it like, because it wasn't meant for shock value. It wasn't meant to just be like, what's another crazy scenario we can throw up. It was honestly like, okay, like let's see how evil these people are. It was just another way to represent true evil within the Empire, just truly show like how sinister they are, how corrupt they are, how untouchable they are. And then she fucking killed him, and that shit was so bad.
Thank goodness.
That shit was so funny.
No, I think it's scary how realistic like the Empire is portrayed in Andor, because it is like, it's a representation of real life. I mean, I think that second arc also handles that, like the aspect about how like they're like they represent like immigrant workers, and like you see the mistreatment of them. I think it's like, I'm glad that Tony Gilroy touched on the subject, as sad as it is, but like, and the like I feel like the most interesting part about that whole, just those ideas that Tony put in the show, is the fact that like he didn't just put it in because of like current economic world times, right? Whatever. A lot of the show is based off older revolutions. All right, I think there's this really interesting YouTube video about how like Andor season 1 deals with like real life uprisings and revolutions, and you see like the comparisons with like Andor and like revolutions that happen in France and Russia and other places of the world, right? But what I find ironic is that like, yeah, the show derives a lot from history, but it could still be applied to today, and that's what like a lot of people are thinking, right? Especially with that, like that particular stuff, right? I don't know. And show's just, I mean, the show's fantastic. But obviously, like the Gourmet Massacre was surreal.
Very intense
to see that on screen. Definitely the way. Yeah, and I don't know. I love what they did with Cyril in that whole arc. his very nonchalant death.
Dude, let me tell you.
Right.
I don't really
tell
get,
me.
like animated when I watch things. Like really like I screamed and started, "Fuck you, bitch!" Like I was so fucking happy.
Watch your profanity.
He was such a little
Watch your profanity.
little bitch. Absolutely.
You ruined my life,
bro.
Who are you?
Goober.
Who the fuck are you?
That dude, Goober.
Goober status.
This is the equivalent of like if like a kindergartner went up to you and said, "I'm gonna kill you." You're like, "Who are you?"
Yeah, and then
what?
He got shot.
What?
Dumbass.
And then he goes,
bro, I was shocked that he was actually beating the shit out of Cassie, and I was like, bro, hold up.
Oh, dude, no, that he's got pent up anger, because there was a moment earlier in that episode where like he grabs Dedra by the neck, and I'm like, whoa,
you kinky little son of a bitch. That fool definitely
freaky ass motherfucker. Oh yeah, if Dedra says so, he will do it, man. He will definitely do it.
Like, yeah, shove it in there.
That fool definitely do it for the Empire.
What you gonna do for the
Empire? What you gonna do for the Empire, boy? I'm gonna take it up my ass.
Oh,
crazy.
For the Emperor.
Yeah. Then obviously the whole stuff with Luthen and Clea. The fact that the actress who plays Clea, this is her first role out of drama school. How, bro? She was so good, dude. So good. Right. Her dynamic with Luthen obviously was incredible, and the whole scene where, I mean, the whole episode he had to kill him.
Yeah, that was
sad.
I it's weird because like we talked about it off air, like how like they did all the flashbacks just so like people knew that they didn't have a weird relationship, which is like, honestly, I don't think anyone was thinking that, but
that people are perverts.
But yeah, they're gonna think that. But I never heard anyone say anything about that. I didn't think about it. Like
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone did. But just the fact that like they did that made Luthen's death like impactful, because like if they didn't do that, like I would have been like, damn, that sucked. But like I actually felt something, and like especially more so because you're seeing it from the point of view of Clea, where it's like, oh, okay, now you fully understand the relationship, and especially since it's like it wasn't like an episode before or like an episode back in season. The fact that they're showing it to you right there, and then moments before she actually commits the act, it really felt like,
And then that final scene of him in his white chamber. Oof.
He never saw that sunrise.
Yeah.
Poor bastard.
He never saw that sunrise. But Clea did. Or Clea will?
Maybe.
We don't really know.
Maybe she got blown up.
She might.
Wasn't there an attack on one of the Yavin bases in one of the movies, or am I true?
Was it episode 4?
Yeah, like Empire, or maybe Return of the Jedi. I swear to God, at some point there was like some shit.
Hopefully she was off planet or something. We don't know.
Poor girl's been through.
Gosh.
Let her sell her.
She's been through it. No, bro. She's got to chill, bro. She's really got to chill. I hope she gets to see that sunrise. Damn. Yeah. No, I mean, Andor's great. Yeah. And that too, the music and the final scene.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they were talking. Tony Gilroy was talking about how like if you pay attention to the music, it goes from like this more technical sounding like this more technical sounding stuff to like orchestra at the very end of the show, and there's like a slow transition, right, to kind of tie into like Rogue One and like the bigger Star Wars universe. I don't know, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Tony Gilroy, he definitely did his job, and it's kind of crazy. So there's this like this giant rumor, right? Obviously this is a rumor, right?
The child.
Yep. Who? Everybody knew that. No, there's a big rumor that the only reason that Andor got made was because Gilroy was he knows Kathleen Kennedy well, so obviously, she passed it up. She allowed him to do that, and it kind of like ties into like how like she basically let him do whatever he wanted with the show, and a lot of Disney executives aren't happy about it because like everybody at Disney's talking about how good Andor is, and they're not happy that people are bringing it up since they have their own creative team with Favreau and the other guy, cowboy hat guy. I don't remember his name right now. Dave Filoni, yes, that's right. And they're not happy with the fact that like I said, everybody's talking about Andor and people aren't talking about Mando or Boba Fett or whatever or Ahsoka.
But like I don't know. Here's what pisses me off though. It's like he was defending Kathleen Kennedy, which makes sense. I mean, they're like, it seems like they're actually like really close friends. But like he was just talking about how like she let us do whatever, she let us make whatever we wanted, blah, blah. And then I was like, and I was like, yeah, your show probably never had any jeopardy of getting canceled or being stepped on like creatively because of your relationship. Of
course.
Whereas every single fucking person that has come in to do a show, a movie, has been fucking obliterated by her. So like obviously,
yep.
Like when he says like the hate for her online makes no sense, I was like, dude, I'm sorry. Are there times when fans go overboard? Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. But
of course.
I would say like 8 out of 10 times that someone's like complaining about her, it's fucking valid. Like it's just because you're good at one thing doesn't make you good at another thing, right? She was a great producer in the 80s, 70s, all that. Doesn't mean she should run Star Wars. She probably doesn't really know anything about Star Wars. It's like it's almost pretty ignorant. So, I mean, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Right. But yeah. Oh, guys. You see that? You see that?
I do see that.
Nah, bro. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here, dude. Fuck. Dude, why does this always happen to us, man? Fuck.
Like, what?
Ugh. Yeah. All right. My name is Neco, aka Prince Productions.
Boy, what's your name? Boy, what's your name?
I thought you.
What was your goddamn name?
All right, fine. My name is Dr. Tay, King Kevin Lopez, but I'm fucking sleepy as shit. I don't know too much about Star Wars too much. I'm trying to get into it, but
He's seen 5 movies.
for
He saw the original trilogy and then 2 of the prequels. He skipped Attack of the Clones, but it's fine.
I'm gonna watch Empire Strikes Back right after this.
Ooh, shit. And I am Carver, also known as APS Entertainment.
Carver.
And one day, the entertainment will be gone, 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 gone.
And we will see you guys next week. See ya.
Doses.
How do I shut this shit off?
You hit stop streaming.